Hey there, Jed Coverness here from JedCoverness.com, and welcome to Talk Therapy. It's just a tool that I use to get past my analytical mind, to get to know myself, and hopefully inspire somebody to do the same. Give it a shot. Hit record, talk into it. You don't have to share it to the world like I do, but just start talking. Talk your truth, tap into it, and put yourself up there. Put yourself on a pedestal, not egotistically, but just increase your self-worth. That's it, right? That's it. I don't ever really think about what I'm going to talk about, right? That makes sense? I never think about it. I just hit record. Give it a shot. 30 minutes. I do it for about 15 because I've gotten really good at honing into who I am, what I am, and what needs to come out, or what I want to come out, or whatever it is. And that's getting past my analytical mind. That's what I mean by that. But I think some days, like yesterday, I get in my own way, and I think that I need to do more, and I'm not doing enough, and all that fun stuff. But I post it, I put it out to the world in hopes that somebody will actually change, maybe. They will be inspired to do something different. I spread positivity and all that fun stuff. I think positivity is a word that gets skewed every now and again because being positive and realistic is a hard thing to do. And I think my wife can attest to this, saying that I'm more positive than I am realistic, but I'm getting there, right? Because I shoot for the moon. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go all out. I'm gonna do this, and then, like always, for the first 90 days, you get into it and you're like, yeah, and then after 90 days, if it hasn't really come to fruition, you're like, well, that didn't work. But it takes longer than 90 days. Whatever it is takes longer than 90 days. That's why I create these workouts of the day, these WODs, right? Because it just all takes time and work and practice and consistency and determination and community, right? It all just takes that. So I asked myself this morning, because I was thinking about explaining why I do all these videos to people, right? Like, what does that look like? I make these videos, I make WODs, I make WOD videos because I am, right? Because I'm trying to be a good example for my children. I'm trying to set the bar, set some kind of guidance for people, right? Like, for my children, anybody who would watch this, anybody who would, it's just, here's what I do, and here's what I've learned, here's what I've practiced. I'm trying to be a positive role model for somebody. And it starts with yourself, right? Like, I have the audacity to think that I can change the world, right? One WOD at a time, one workout of the day at a time. And it takes guts to say that. Now, every day, do I feel like that? No, because nobody's perfect. And do I want to say that every day I feel like I can change the world? Yes, I want to say that. And most days of the week I am. It just feels like some days I get in my own way and it hurts, right? Like, you're like, dang it, I want to do more. My analytical mind takes over and goes, boy, you're not very far. You're not far at all. How come you can't do more? You should be doing this. Why aren't you doing that? And then the crappiest part of it all is I listen to that voice. And then I sit there and do nothing about it. Right? You just go, yeah, you're right. I am not very far. I only have 249 workouts posted to my YouTube channel. I only have 232 of them posted in my blog. You know, I only have, you know, so many people on my email newsletter, and I haven't written a newsletter forever. And I only have, you know, so many people signed up for my blog. And then I listen to that voice, right? Like, what the hell is wrong with me at that point? Literally, what the hell is wrong with me? Why would I listen to that voice? Somebody who has never worked out in the day of their life, or at least formally worked out, would look at how much I've done and go, geez, how do I be more like that guy? It's happening, right? It's happening as I'm making this, as I'm talking this out loud, as I'm thinking this out loud. Because no matter where I'm at, no matter where you're at, you're always going to be a beta to an alpha, right? I am alpha to the people who follow me. And I am beta to the people that I follow. And as soon as you can realize that, and I'm talking to myself here, and really grasp onto that, I am beta to the people who I follow. But I am also alpha to the people who follow me. It's a pretty powerful realization. And if you don't know what alpha and beta means, it's okay, right? It's completely okay. Like alpha male or alpha leader. Beta is a follower. And you can be a follower, and that's okay. Everybody was a follower at some point. If you don't think you're a follower because you're always a leader, then you probably don't have shit figured out. You're always gonna follow somebody. You can only know what you know when you don't know what you don't know, right? When you realize that you don't know something, and then you don't know what you don't know. So if that makes sense to you, you get this. But that's it. As soon as you understand what that means and what that feels like, then you can take a step back and go, all right, that's cool. I didn't know that I didn't know how to do that. And how, right? How you get it done. So I have all of these things in my head going, all right, how come you didn't do this? Why didn't you do that? You need to get this done. You didn't do this. The practice, the true practice, comes from being able to say, shh, be done. I'm good with where I'm at. I completely understand who I am today and what I'm all about. And I love that. I don't know, and I love that I don't know what I'm about to do. And I completely love the unknown. That's a big deal to be able to say that, to believe it, to feel it, and then to live it. Unknown. The unknown is nebulous to a lot of people, right? They don't even know what that is. They got everything. They want to control it all. If we knew what was going to happen, that's no fun. When we were kids and you woke up, did you know what you were going to do that day? More than likely, no, right? Because it was all just a mystery, and that was the best part. When do we lose that? Probably the day that we get responsibility. We have responsibility. So if you start driving when you're 16, you should probably, your parents will probably tell you to get a job. I started when I was 14, probably 13 and a half. have, right? And that's what it comes down to. As soon as you have responsibilities, that's when it started to take over. That's when you started to go, all right, now I gotta go do this. I have to go do that. Then you start to lose little pieces of yourself to whatever society fits into. Gotta get a job. I'm not begging on people who have jobs. I have a job. Jobs are jobs, right? You gotta work. Kids gotta go to school. We gotta eat. You gotta have power to your house. You gotta have water to your house, right? I mean, like, all this stuff has to operate. But what does that look like? In what point of your life did it stop being fun? At what point in your life did it stop being a mystery? At one point of your life, did it stop just being interesting anymore? That's the question. These are all questions. And only you can answer them. Just talking to myself here, I'm talking to whoever's listening. That's really what it comes down to. If you're not doing something that makes you at least think about being happy, then you need to change it. And that's really what it comes down to, is like, oh my gosh, but I can't just quit my job. We can only measure what we're going to lose. We're really unable to measure what we're going to gain unless we've been there. It seems as every time I quit a job, I get a better job. Or something better happens. I don't always know what is gonna happen, and that's scary. But it seems as every time that happens, it gets better. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've had. I'm grateful for my current opportunity that I am in right now. It's been amazing. I've learned a ton. And I'm continuing to learn, and I think that's how it works. Like, you position yourself in some scary situations, not like scary as in like life-threatening, but scary as in like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna be right for me. But that's the time where you start to take risk, is when you go, this is kind of outside of my comfort zone. This is like, oh man, I've never done this before, but I feel like this is pulling me in this direction. Like, I have an opportunity come up, have one, and I initially said no, because it's like, well, I got this going on, I can't do that. And it's like, I thought about it and go, really? I'm only bound by my own limits. And the uncommon thing for me to do, the scary thing for me to do, would be to take that opportunity and run with it. And boy, I believe that's what's gonna happen. I'll find a way to make that happen. Somehow, some way. But it'll work. So, what is making you stay within your limits? That's the question. What can you do to change what's happening today? If you're looking for a system that can help that very process and use this platform, let me know. I can help. Comment info below or message me info. And as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.